In life, sometimes our darkest moments become the doorway to the brightest blessings. For Lulu Hassan, that moment came when she lost her mother. Grief overwhelmed her. She had just returned to her old job at Radio Salam, a job she had once walked away from. It was there, in the halls of Radio Salam, among microphones and transmitters, that she met a man who would change her life forever, Rashid Abdalla.
Rashid alikuja kwa maisha yangu nikiwa na wakati mgumu sana, by the way. Hiyo ni time mama yangu alikuwa amepass. Unaelewa? Nilikuwa nimekuja Nairobi kutafuta kazi, I was a receptionist by the way, hapo Kilimani. Na niliacha kazi Radio Salam. Nilikuwa radio presenter. Rashid akapata kazi Radio Salam. I went back to Radio Salam after mama amepita. Rashid alikuja kama rafiki kwanza. Unajua ile time umefiliwa, you need a shoulder to lean on and stuff. Even ndo niliona Rashid. Niliona ka unika baba mwenye nilikuwa sina kwa familia, you know. Pole pole tu ikamea kwa mapenzi. Ndio tuko hapa sasa, tuko na watoto watatu. I think ni 15 years say marriage.
They didn't start with fireworks. They started with friendship. He was a friend, a shoulder to lean on, a father figure when she needed one most.
Mwanamke apendi mtu. Mwanamke anapenda amani na furaha. Yani akikupenda lazima aeke na sababu.
Kwa hivyo amekupenda bado.
Wapendi.
As fate will have it, love grew quietly from that friendship, gentle, steady and real.
Chooni mathala anashaka kumsima tu usimsalani. Mefika mlango, ima ubisha mjaribu kusukuma. Aliendani.
Haitiki.
Hawezi kuambia ngoja kuna mtu zi.
Na mkanini?
Na cha kushangaza anayefanywa anasema pole 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 anaondoka.
Lulu Hadija Hassan was born on April 24th, 1983 in Mombasa. She comes from humble beginnings, a middle-class family, a dreamer. Her early education was at Aga Khan Academy, and later she trained in travel operations and ticketing at Sarin Travel Operations College. Travel, tourism, it was a path she once considered, but life had other plans.
Rashid Abdalla, karibu kwenye Nipashe Wikendi. Ujisikie uko nyumbani?
Naam, nishafika nyumbani, maana nasema ukiona gazeti limechanwa, jua lishasomwa. Na daima ukiona zinduna
At the age of 20, she secured a part-time role at Radio Salam in Mombasa, reading English news bulletins. It was humble, it was modest, but it was her start. She later studied communication and journalism, determined to grow, to learn, and to shine. Her story is a testament to resilience, from receptionist, travel operations trainee, to one of Kenya's most respected journalists and media producers today. Lulu's break into television didn't come easy. She auditioned when KTN needed Swahili anchors to fill in for colleagues on maternity leave. Despite early rejection, even by one broadcaster who told her voice was not fit for television, she persevered. That rejection might have broken others. For Lulu, it became a fuel. She put in the work, she trained, she persevered, and soon she was on screen. From KTN, she eventually moved to Royal Media Services, and the rest is history. Her on-screen presence, clarity, poise, and authenticity set her apart. She became a household name, a voice people trusted. At Radio Salam, around the time of deep grief after losing her mother, Lulu crossed paths with Rashid Abdalla. Rashid had joined the station just as Lulu had returned. He became her friend first, a confidant, a source of strength in a time she was broken. He offered support. In her own words, he was like a father figure I never had. What began with shared grief and quiet companionship blossomed into love. They dated, they supported each other, and in 2009, they tied the knot. Their union wasn't flashy, it was pure, it was simple, but it will become a partnership built not just on love, but on shared dreams. From 2009 onwards, Lulu and Rashid embarked on a journey many dream of, yet few manage. Over the years, they welcomed 3 children into their family, 2 sons and a daughter. In interviews, Lulu has spoken candidly about balancing career and motherhood, often with the help of house managers and shared responsibilities, which allowed both of them to pursue their demanding media careers. Despite busy schedules, deadlines, and public visibility, they prioritized family, faith, and unity. They made time for holidays, family outings, and sacred moments at home. After 10 years of marriage in 2019, Lulu reflected publicly that their bond is rooted in friendship, mutual respect, and deep understanding. We chose to be friends more than husband and wife, she said. They have avoided public drama, scandal, or unnecessary exposure. Even when fame would have allowed them to flaunt their lives, this discretion became their strength. For Lulu and Rashid, journalism was just the beginning. In 2016, the couple founded Jiffy Pictures, their own production house. With Jiffy Pictures, they aimed to produce impactful Swahili language dramas and telenovelas for Kenyan and regional audiences. Their goal: tell African stories, reflect Kenyan society, produce quality content on their own terms. Their catalog grew to include hit shows such as Maria, Zora, Sultana, and Aziza, airing on major stations and streaming platforms. In 2021, Jiffy Pictures, and by extension Lulu, was awarded Best Producer TV Drama at the Women in Film Awards. Their shows not only entertained, they also created jobs, launched careers, and enriched Swahili storytelling on Kenyan screens. In July 2018, the Kenyan media landscape changed forever. Lulu, Hassan, and Rashid Abdalla became the first married couple to co-anchor a news bulletin in Kenya on Citizen TV's Swahili news show Nipashe Wikendi. Viewers were captivated not just by the news, but by their chemistry, their professionalism, their shared respect, and synergy. They often appeared in coordinated outfits, presenting with elegance and unity, building a brand together not just off-screen, but on it. What made this unique was not just the novelty, it was the authenticity. Their on-air bond felt real, rooted in years of partnership off-air. They weren't just colleagues, they were partners in life and work. But with fame and visibility comes scrutiny. In public life, every move is watched, every outfit dissected, and every headline blown up. Lulu once revealed that early in her career, she faced rejection. A major broadcaster told her she did not have a TV voice. For many, that would have been the end. For her, it was just the beginning. As their popularity grew, so did expectations. People speculated about their personal lives, their children, their marriage, their finances, and their faith. There were whispers about envy, privilege, celebrity lifestyle, and unrealistic comparisons. But through it all, they stayed grounded. They avoided scandals. They let their work and values speak louder than tabloids. Instead of letting criticism break them, they used it to build resilience, deepen their faith, and strengthen their bond. Behind the cameras and the booths, Lulu and Rashid are parents to 3 children. They have spoken openly about balancing demanding media careers with parenting duties. At times, they have relied on house help, but always strived to remain actively involved in their children's lives. They believe in raising their children with values, humility, respect, faith, and not fame. They have also reminded fans not to idolize celebrity relationships. In a candid message, Lulu once said, "Don't get married because you saw my marriage. What works for me may not work for you." This humility resonates. A reminder that behind the glamour are everyday people facing everyday challenges. Their hard work and talent haven't gone unnoticed. Between on-screen anchoring and behind-the-scenes production, Lulu and Rashid have built a media empire of sorts. Their production house, Jiffy Pictures, is one of the major players in Swahili language television.